That night, Tong Nian had a good game with Han Shangyan. The next morning, Tong Nian proudly told Tong Nan that she had had a good time with Han Shangyan yesterday. Tong Nian told Mother Tong and others that she was going to Guangzhou to participate in an offline music event. Han Shangyan came to a biscuit stall and bought a few biscuits. At this time, his mind was immersed in memories again. Back then, he and Solo's teammates came here. The team's leader, Solo, had to ask his teammates to buy biscuits to satisfy their hunger because of the team's financial difficulties. During the conversation, Solo and Han Shangyan encouraged each other that they must win a world championship in the future to realize their true dreams. Han Shangyan bought the biscuits, and soon came to the KK team, urging the players to get up to participate in training. Tong Nian contacted Han Shangyan online, saying that she was going to Guangzhou in the afternoon and that she could no longer play games with him these days. In the conference room of the KK team, the players carefully analyzed the playing characteristics of all the members of the solo team, and also talked about the tragic story of Han Shangyan's departure from the team, which made everyone sigh. In the afternoon, Tong Nian came to the airport, but unexpectedly found that Han Shangyan and the others had also come to take the flight, which made her very surprised. Soon, she and Han Shangyan arrived in Guangzhou. Soon after getting off the plane, Tong Nian hurried to his colleague Squid Xiaoyu and threw herself into work nervously. After the day's event, Tong Nian inadvertently asked Squid Xiaoyu about any game competitions nearby. Squid Xiaoyu recalled that she had heard from her husband that there was indeed a cybersecurity competition held nearby. This made Tong Nian jump up and down with joy when she heard it, and decided to look for Han Shangyan immediately. There, Shenzhou of the KK team was injured, but he still decided to continue to play. Soon, Tong Nian came to the gate of the stadium, but unfortunately the tickets were already sold out. Just then, Ai Qing came out. Tong Nian said that she liked Shenzhou very much since she still regarded Han Shangyan as Shenzhou. As soon as Ai Qing heard this, she immediately agreed to let her in to find Shenzhou. Tong Nian successfully entered the arena, where the game was over, and KK had achieved good results. Tong Nian was happy to find that Han Shangyan was sitting near her, so she immediately took her hand and wanted to talk to him. But she didn't know what to say for a while. So, she casually said that he won the lottery in the internet cafe. But Han Shangyan didn't want to pay attention to her, he immediately left with a flick of his hand. Han Shangyan came to the backstage and found that Shenzhou was very ill, but Shenzhou said that he was fine and insisted that everyone should not worry about him. Tong Nian came to the hotel and wanted to find Han Shangyan, but unfortunately the staff there didn't want her in at all. She had to leave with a sign in support of Shenzhou given to her by a fan. A member of KK happened to find her at this time, and determined that she was Han Shangyan's woman, and decided to introduce her to Han Shangyan immediately. After entering the hotel, Tong Nian came to Shenzhou, who was sick with his back to her. Tong Nian comforted him well. But when Shenzhou turned around, she was stunned again. Why isn't this Shenzhou the Han Shangyan she met in the internet cafe? The funny thing is that Han Shangyan just walked in at this time, and the team members introduced to him that Tong Nian was Han Shangyan's woman and their sister-in-law. At this time, Tong Nian was holding a sign supporting Shenzhou, and it became difficult for her to deal with Han Shangyan at once. Outside the house, Han Shangyan asked Tong Nian what was going on. Tong Nian thought embarrassedly that she never really told him that she had fallen in love with him secretly, and that she had followed him here, so she said that it was all just a coincidence. However, Han Shangyan didn't believe it at all, and said that there was really some hidden relationship between her and Shenzhou, and now Tong Nian became even more embarrassed. At this time, KK's teammates still believed that Tong Nian was Han Shangyan's woman, so they asked her to go to a celebration banquet and said that this was what Han Shangyan meant. A partner found Han Shangyan puzzled and said that Shenzhe didn't really find a girlfriend. Han Shang said that he didn't understand it, maybe Tong Nian really liked Shenzhe, but she wouldn't say anything in front of him.